Okay, hi guys, welcome back to another review and welcome back to this one. If you are new to the channel, please go ahead and subscribe. If you end up liking this video, please give a like. It really helps out. Trying to grow the channel for my own vanity to get over 5,000 subscribers. Wouldn't that be cool? Something I could tell my mother about and she wouldn't care. Damn. Anyway, Kiwi Ears Quintet. This is probably one of the most excited feelings I've got when I've been getting an earphone in recently, just because it's something that I've never heard before. This is a quintet. It has 5 drivers, but it has 4 driver technology. So it has dynamic, balanced armature, piezoelectric, and planar, all stuffed into a tiny little IEM body. And not only is that design something that I've never heard before, the sound and the way it reproduces the sound is not anything like I've heard before. Is it better than other earphones but in that $100 to $250 price range? Not necessarily, but as an all-rounder, it has great variability in the way that it can reproduce multiple different types of music, like different genres, different types. Even within those genres, it can do a little bit of everything really well. I'm calling this the great all-rounder. If I'm wanting something for pure detail resolution, I'm obviously going to go with the Tin Hi-Fi P1. If I'm wanting something a little bit smoother and more balanced, I'm going to go into an Etymotic, for example. And this one fits its place. This one comes in with a technology that I haven't seen, cramming 4 different technologies into one earphone. It's not necessarily something that is necessary, but it's a bloody marvel that they've managed to do it and make those drivers work cohesively, because I don't know if you know, the crossing between the drivers and pairing the drivers, even getting dual dynamic drivers to work, was a pain in the ass just 5 to 10 years ago. JVC came out with one and it was an absolute stinker, where you could almost hear the difference between the 2 drivers working independently of each other. So matching them up, overlapping the frequencies and getting them working together is something very difficult. Kiwi Ears have a proven track record of tuning their earphones very well, with the orchestra, for example, and some of the other ones that they have, the quintet, the quartet. It's all very good. Nothing that really jumps out and goes, oh my god, these are the earphones for that genre. But if you're somebody who listens to anything from hip hop to classical, jazz to EDM, this is the earphone at this price point that seems to just be able to do a little bit of everything right, and it's down to such a well-made tuning. The tuning on this is excellent. We'll take a look at the earphones first. This is, if there was any criticism, it is that it's just a very basic design. The design and build quality of it feels nothing more exceptional than something that's in the $70 to $80. But I'm guessing to make that technology at an affordable price, or a price point that matches the sound, they've skimped a little bit on the overall design. Is there anything wrong with it? No, but it does feel very similar to other sort of sub $100 earphones. I'm going to lower the brightness just a touch to see if we can get this to focus on the Kiwi Ears logo there. Now it has 2-pin connectors on it, very nice. Ventilation, couple of points in there. It has plastic nozzles with a protruded lip there, so your ear tips don't come off. The ear tips that come with it are fine, nothing special. The cable that comes with it is perfectly adequate, nothing fancy to write home about, but it has metal hardware, Kiwi branding. It has a splitter on it. It does look more premium than the actual earphones themselves. The faceplate design is fine, and the overall size is something that I was surprised at, because these fit beautifully in the ear. Absolutely no issues with fit. Very comfortable earphones. Sit at a medium depth insertion and no problem getting a seal with them. Now, the reason you're going to want to buy this is that type of technology and that driver. So the real standout drivers in there are piezoelectric and planar. And an IEM. Yes, they're going to be using one of the cheaper planar drivers in there, but you're getting introduction into the way that those technologies perform. When I went into the listening tests, I started listening and I just found it incredibly well-rounded. It's so well-rounded that it's hard to describe, and it's, if you throw all the driver technologies at it, you would expect that there's nothing that it really can't handle. As I say, it's not using the most expensive drivers from those technologies, but is using good quality drivers from those technologies, because we've seen the cheaper planar drivers on KZ earphones, for example, Salnots, Dioco, etc. And then you've got piezoelectrics and Raptigo Hook X and cheaper earphones as well from KZ. And the fact that they've taken all those earphones and given you a taste of pretty much everything. So the highs on it are very clear and very crisp and with good extension, but they're tuned in a way that they're not harsh or offensive. The transition from the upper mids into the treble is done really, really well, where there's no hotness in the upper mids that's going to get screechy on female vocals. Male vocals carry enough weight. That's probably when the transition into the balanced armature comes, and they've thrown 2 balanced armatures at this earphone to probably add in that gravity that might have left a low spot in terms of authority to the earphone. And the transition again into the bass is very, very well done. There's not the most detailed retrieval in the mid bass, which I like. Maybe a higher level, some sort of hardening coating on the dynamic driver would bring out that resolution a little bit more. But the sub bass can slam when it needs to, but it's not going to be a bass head earphone. But it's one that you can pick up and you can start listening to rock music. And then straight away you can jump into EDM, for example. And I was doing that all day. I was just going back and forth to different tracks, and I was just all around overall very, very impressed. So a very, very good earphone and a very, very interesting earphone. So I'm really impressed with this. Feel free to check this out. I think if you're somebody that listens to one predominant type of earphone, one predominant type of genre, don't get these, because you could probably find, like if you listen to something with a lot of mids, classic for example, I'm going to want to listen to the Tin Hi-Fi P1 Plus. If you listen to a lot of bass music, you're going to want to go for a bass focused earphone, and if you're a treble head, listen to a lot of like Asian genres, K-pop, J-rock, stuff like that. You might want to go for something from Tin Hi-Fi as well that's got focus on the upper treble region and stuff. But if you're somebody that has a wide variety of music, these are a very, very good option, and just a really cool option because of the internal design on this one. So really, really impressed. Oh, there's the carry case. It's generic and crap. So see you on the next video. Please subscribe, like if you like this video, and lots of videos to come in the next few weeks.